The sun rose over the village of Asmira. The mud houses glowed in the warm light. Birds sang in the baobab tree. A young princess, Abeni, laughed as she chased butterflies through the tall grass. Her laughter was beautiful and full of joy. Abeni was loved by everyone. She was the hope of their future. Abeni's father, the king, was a wise and fair ruler. He taught her about their land. He taught her how to listen to the wind and how to read the stars. Her mother, the queen, taught her to be kind and brave. She showed her how to use herbs for healing. Abeni loved her home very much. She explored the forests and made friends with the animals. She sat by the river, listening to its stories. Life was peaceful and happy, but Abeni didn't know that danger was coming. A storm was coming to destroy their peace. Night came, but it was a strange silence. The crickets were quiet and the owls didn't hoot. Abeni felt scared. Her father hugged her close. "Be brave, my daughter," he whispered. "Don't let fear trap you." Suddenly the ground shook. War drums pounded, breaking the silence. The sky turned red with fire. Screams replaced the peaceful sounds of the night. The enemy had arrived. They were cruel and greedy, and they wanted to destroy everything. Abeni watched in horror as her world fell apart. She saw her friends and neighbors killed and their homes burning. She saw her brave father fall in battle. Her mother was dragged away, her cries echoing in Abeni's ears. Abeni was so scared she couldn't even scream. She ran as fast as she could, but the enemy was everywhere. They caught her, tearing her away from her home. Her life, as she knew it, was over. The princess's laughter was gone, replaced by a broken heart. Abeni's life became a nightmare. She was a prisoner, a slave to the invaders. The warmth of the sun was gone. She was kept in a cold, dark hut. The happy sounds of children were replaced by the cruel words of her captors. Every day was a painful reminder of what she had lost. They forced her to work, hurting her hands. Her body, once free, was now controlled by them. One night, under the pale moon, they came for her. They took her to their leader, a man with a heart as black as night. He looked at her with eyes that made her shiver with fear. Abeni held on. She remembered the love of her parents. It was a light in the darkness, and then a new hope grew inside her. She was going to have a baby. A tiny life was growing inside her. She would survive. She would protect her child. This was her promise. The birth of her daughter, Namusa, was both a blessing and a curse. Namusa gave Abeni a reason to live and to fight, but having a child made their situation even more dangerous. Namusa grew up fast in the harsh world of their captivity. Abeni taught her everything she knew. She told her about their lost home, their ancestors, and their right to be free. Secretly in the darkness, Abeni trained. She remembered her father's lessons about fighting. She taught Namusa how to be strong and use their pain to fight back. People in the camp started talking about the strong mother and daughter. The enemy leader heard the whispers. He saw the fire in their eyes, the spirit that refused to be broken. He thought they were weak. He was wrong. The night of the rebellion, the moon hid behind the clouds. It was the perfect time to escape. The rebellion was fast and fierce. Abeni and Namusa, their faces painted with the colors of their ancestors, led the fight. Years of anger fueled their every move. They were no longer victims, they were warriors. The enemy was caught by surprise. They fell one by one. Their cries of surprise turned into cries of pain, then silence. The ground ran red. Abeni fought her way to the enemy leader. She faced the man who had stolen her life, her family, her freedom. He was filled with fear. She was filled with fury. The battle was hard, but Abeni was strong. With one final blow, she struck him down. The cruel leader was dead. News of their victory spread quickly. People from other villages heard about their courage and joined Abeni. She led them back to their homeland. The village of Asmira, once destroyed, was rebuilt, stronger than before. And leading them was Abeni, no longer a princess, but their queen, the first female king. She was a symbol of strength, courage, and hope.